When was the last time you took a breath and did not feel like you had to protect yourself from something? Not a fast breath, not a tired breath, not the kind of breath that only keeps you moving through the day, but a soft breath, a full breath, a breath that reached your chest, your heart, your belly, and quietly said, I am safe in this moment. I do not have to run. I do not have to fight. I do not have to hold the whole world together with my own two hands. Maybe you have been strong for so long that peace feels strange now. Maybe you have been carrying worry for so many years that your body has forgotten what calm feels like. Maybe even when nothing bad is happening, a part of you still waits. A part of you still listens for the next problem. A part of you still watches the door, checks the tone of every voice, reads every silence, and tries to guess what might go wrong before it happens. And because you have lived this way for so long, you may have started to believe this is just who you are. But it is not who you are. It is how you learned to survive. You are not broken because you feel tired. You are not broken because you find it hard to rest. You are not broken because your mind keeps thinking, planning, checking, and remembering. You are not broken because you feel tense when life becomes quiet. You are not broken because love feels hard to trust, or because joy feels like something that might disappear if you relax too much. You are not broken. You are a soul that has been trying to feel safe. You are a heart that has been doing its best. You are a body that has carried more than anyone could see. But something is changing now. Slowly, gently, quietly, life is calling you out of that old place. Not by force, not by pressure, not by asking you to become a different person overnight. Life is calling you with small moments of peace, a deep breath that comes without warning, a tear that falls because your heart is finally softening, a quiet morning where you do not want to rush, a feeling inside that says, I cannot keep living only to survive. I want to live. I want to breathe. I want to feel safe in my own life again. This is the sacred moment when survival mode begins to loosen its grip. It may not happen all at once. It may not look dramatic. It may not feel like a sudden miracle. It may begin as a small pause before you react. It may begin as one deep breath before you answer. It may begin as a quiet choice to not chase what is leaving, to not force what is not ready, to not punish yourself for needing rest. Leaving survival mode is not always loud. Sometimes it is the quiet moment when you finally say, I do not want fear to lead my life anymore. Your body is listening to every thought you repeat. Your heart is listening to every word you whisper to yourself. Your spirit is listening to the way you speak about your future. So if you keep saying, I am not safe, I am behind, I am alone, I must control everything, your body believes it must stay ready for danger. But when you begin to speak differently, even softly, even slowly, something inside begins to open. When you say, "I am safe to breathe again," your body may not believe it right away, but it hears you. And that is where healing begins. Let this be the first truth you place inside your heart today. You do not have to heal by force. You do not have to rush your way out of survival mode. You do not have to shame yourself into peace. Peace does not grow through shame. Peace grows through safety. Peace grows when you stop fighting yourself. Peace grows when you treat your tired body like a friend instead of a problem. Peace grows when you say, "I understand why I became this way, and I am willing to come home to myself now." Your breath is not only air moving in and out of your body. Your breath is a bridge. It is a bridge between fear and peace. It is a bridge between the past and this moment. It is a bridge between the part of you that has been trying to survive and the part of you that is ready to live again. Every gentle breath tells your body, "We are here now." Every slow breath tells your heart, "The past is not happening in this room." Every kind breath tells your spirit you can return to yourself. You can come back slowly. You can come back safely. You may be tired in a way sleep does not fully fix. You may be tired from carrying things no one saw. You may be tired from smiling while your heart was heavy. You may be tired from being the strong one, the careful one, the one who always had to keep going. And if that is true, do not judge yourself for it. Your tiredness is not laziness, it is a message. It is your body saying, "I have held so much." It is your heart saying, "I need softness now." It is your soul saying, "I am ready for a new way." There is a deep peace that begins the moment you stop fighting yourself. Not the kind of peace that means everything outside of you is perfect. Not the kind of peace that means you never feel fear again. But the kind of peace that says, even with fear here, I can be kind to myself. Even with old pain here, I can breathe. Even with questions still open, I can choose this moment. This is how survival mode begins to end. Not because life becomes fully certain, but because you stop treating uncertainty like danger. You are learning a new kind of safety now. Not the safety that comes from controlling every person, every outcome, every door, every delay. That kind of safety is heavy. That kind of safety makes the body tired. You are learning the safety of trust, the safety of being present, the safety of saying, "I do not know everything, but I am still held. I do not understand every path, but I am still guided. I do not have to see the whole road to take this one soft step." This is a different way to live, a kinder way, a freer way. There may come a time when the old way no longer fits. The rushing no longer feels normal. The overthinking no longer feels useful. The pleasing, proving, chasing, and holding on no longer feel like love. They feel like fear wearing a mask. When this happens, do not be afraid. This is not your life falling apart. This is your inner world waking up. This is the part of you that knows you were not born only to survive. You were born to feel, to rest, to receive, to love, to grow, to breathe without fear. Healing may begin with the smallest thing. One morning, you may wake up and decide not to check your worries first. One evening, you may choose silence instead of noise. One moment, you may place your hand over your heart and say, I am safe right now. It may feel too simple. Your mind may say, how can one breath change anything? But one breath can open a door. One soft thought can change the direction of a day. One moment of kindness toward yourself can begin to teach your body that life is not only a place to survive. It can also be a place to rest. Life is teaching you how to breathe again. Not the breath of fear, not the breath of waiting, not the breath of holding back tears, but the breath of return. The breath that says, I am here. The breath that says, I am allowed to soften. The breath that says, I no longer need to live every day as if danger is standing beside me. This teaching may come slowly. It may come through rest. It may come through tears. It may come through letting go. It may come through learning to trust your own body again. But it is coming. You are already inside the lesson. Give yourself permission to soften now, not all at once, not beyond what feels safe, just a little. Let your shoulders drop a little. Let your jaw loosen a little. Let your chest open a little. Let your breath move a little deeper. You do not need to become fully peaceful in one moment. You only need to stop pushing yourself so hard. You only need to let life meet you here. You only need to allow one small space inside where peace can enter and sit beside you. Say softly within yourself, I am safe to breathe again. Say it without forcing yourself to believe it fully. Say it as an invitation. I am safe to breathe again. Say it as a seed. I am safe to breathe again. Say it as a loving message to the tired places inside you. I am safe to breathe again. Let those words move slowly through your body. Let them touch the places that have been tense for too long. Let them tell your heart that something new is beginning, not through pressure, but through peace. There is a part of your heart that has been waiting for you to return. It has not judged you for surviving. It has not blamed you for closing. It has not turned away from you because you were afraid. It has only waited with love. And now, as you begin to breathe again, that part of you begins to rise. It is gentle. It is quiet. It does not demand. It simply says, I am still here. The soft part of you is still here. The trusting part of you is still here. The peaceful part of you is still here. It was never gone. It was only covered by fear. You do not have to earn peace by fixing everything first. You do not have to earn rest by doing more. You do not have to earn love by proving you are useful. You do not have to earn safety by being perfect. Peace is not a reward waiting at the end of hard work. Peace is a place you are allowed to return to even while life is still changing. Rest is not something you receive only when all problems are gone. Rest is something your body needs because you are human. You are allowed to rest now. You are allowed to breathe now. Survival mode is what happens when your body and heart believe they must stay ready all the time. It can come from old stress, old fear, old pain, or long seasons where you had to be strong with no space to fall apart. It can come from carrying too much for too long. It can come from always needing to be careful, always needing to be useful, always needing to be ready for the next thing. Survival mode is not a failure. It is protection. It is the body saying, I learned that I had to stay alert to be safe. There was a time when this protection may have helped you. It may have helped you keep going. It may have helped you stay strong. It may have helped you make it through days that felt too heavy. So do not hate this part of yourself. Do not speak to it with anger. It was trying to help. But sometimes the thing that once protected us later becomes the thing that keeps us from living fully. A locked door can keep danger out, but if it never opens again, it also keeps love, rest, joy, and peace from entering. The body remembers what the mind tries to forget. The body remembers rushing. It remembers fear. It remembers having to stay quiet. It remembers being disappointed. It remembers waiting for things to fall apart. So even when life becomes calmer, the body may still act as if danger is near. This is why you may feel tense even when everything is fine. This is why you may feel uneasy when someone loves you kindly. This is why rest may feel strange. Your body is not trying to hurt you. It is trying to protect you with old information. Instead of fighting survival mode, you can thank it. You can say, thank you for trying to protect me. Thank you for helping me through what I did not know how to face. Thank you for keeping me moving when I did not feel safe enough to stop. But I am learning now. I am learning a new way. I do not need to stay in fear to be safe. I do not need to stay tense to be prepared. I do not need to carry the past into every new moment. I can release this slowly. I can breathe again. Survival mode can look like many things. It can look like overthinking every message. It can look like feeling guilty when you rest. It can look like saying yes when your body wants to say no. It can look like feeling unsafe when life is quiet. It can look like always needing a plan, always expecting loss, always preparing for rejection, always thinking you must do more to be loved. It can look like being tired but unable to stop. It can look like wanting peace but not knowing how to receive it. For some hearts, calm does not feel peaceful at first. Calm feels unfamiliar. Calm feels empty. Calm feels like the quiet before something bad happens. So the mind creates noise. It looks for problems. It remembers old fears. It tries to make you busy again because busy feels known. But known does not always mean safe. Sometimes fear feels normal only because you have lived with it for so long. And sometimes peace feels strange only because you are meeting it after many years away from it. You are not your fear. You are the one who can notice fear. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who can listen to them and choose which ones deserve your belief. You are not your survival mode. You are the soul beneath it. You are the quiet awareness that remains even when fear is loud. This matters because the moment you can see survival mode, you are no longer fully trapped inside it. You have created space, and in that space, healing can begin. True safety is not only about what is happening outside of you. True safety is also the feeling of being at home inside yourself. It is the soft knowing that you can meet this moment without leaving your body, without turning against yourself, without running ahead into every possible fear. True safety says, I can be here. I can breathe here. I can listen to my body here. I can trust that life is not asking me to carry tomorrow today. This kind of safety grows slowly, but it grows every time you return to the present moment with love. When you have lived in survival mode, it can feel like lay. It is something to defend yourself from. A delay feels like danger. A mistake feels like proof. A closed door feels like the end. A quiet day feels suspicious. But life is not always against you. Sometimes life is slowing you down because your soul needs rest. Sometimes life is closing a door because your peace matters. Sometimes life is removing noise because you are ready to hear your own heart. Sometimes life is not taking something away from you. It is giving you space to breathe. Survival mode often tries to control everything. It wants to know the answer before the question is finished. It wants to know the ending before the first step. It wants to know who will stay, who will leave, what will work, what will fail, and how every detail will unfold. This need to control comes from fear. It comes from a body that says, if I can plan everything, maybe I will not be hurt. But control is heavy. It asks too much of you. It makes you responsible for things no human being can fully hold. Trust may feel like a new language to your body. At first, it may not understand. When you say, I trust life, the body may answer, but what if something goes wrong? When you say, I am safe, the mind may answer, prove it. When you say, I can rest, the old pattern may answer, not yet. This is normal. You are not failing because trust does not feel easy right away. You are learning, and learning takes time. Every day you speak peace, you are teaching your body a new language. The soul does not rush healing. The soul does not say, why are you not calm yet? Why are you still afraid? Why are you not over it? The soul is gentle. The soul understands seasons. The soul knows that a flower does not open by force. It opens because the light is warm enough, the soil is ready enough, and the time has come. You are like that. You cannot force your heart to open, but you can give it warmth. You can give it patience. You can give it kind words. You can give it breath. There is power in a pause before you answer, a pause before you blame yourself, a pause before you run back to an old pattern, a pause before you believe the fear. In that pause, you meet yourself. In that pause, you remember that you have a choice. Survival mode moves fast because it thinks fast movement creates safety. Healing moves slowly because it knows safety needs space. So when you pause, even for one breath, you are already leaving the old pattern. You are already choosing a new path. You were never meant to live with your heart locked forever. You were never meant to always expect pain. You were never meant to turn every good thing into something to fear. Your heart was made to feel love. Your body was made to rest. Your spirit was made to trust the flow of life. This does not mean you become careless. It does not mean you ignore your needs. It means you stop living as if fear is the only teacher. Love can teach you too. Peace can teach, you too. Joy can teach you too. Your body does not need more criticism. It needs kindness. It does not need you to say, why am I like this? It needs you to say, I understand. It does not need you to push harder when it is already tired. It needs you to listen. It does not need you to shame it for being tense. It needs you to help it feel safe. Place a kind word where you once placed pressure. Place patience where you once placed judgment. Place one soft breath where you once placed fear. This is how the body begins to trust you again. You do not leave survival mode by hating the part of you that survived. You leave it by loving that part into safety. You do not say, I hate how afraid I am. You say, I see the fear and I am here. You do not say, I should be healed by now. You say, I am healing in the time that is right for me. You do not say, I am weak because I need rest. You say, rest is part of my return. Love is what opens the door. Love is what teaches the body that it can come out of hiding. Speak to yourself now as if you are speaking to the most tired part of your being. Say, you do not have to carry this alone anymore. You do not have to watch every corner. You do not have to guess every ending. You do not have to stay ready for pain just because pain once came. You are allowed to learn a new way. You are allowed to let this moment be softer than the past. You are allowed to breathe without asking permission from fear. Take one slow breath and let it teach you. Inhale gently, as if you are inviting peace into a room that has been closed for too long. Exhale slowly, as if you are letting the old fear step out. You do not need to do this perfectly. You do not need to make your breath deep right away. Even a small breath can be loving. Even a small breath can say, I am here. Even a small breath can remind your body that this moment is not the same as every painful moment before it. The mind may still argue. It may say, but what about the past? What about what happened? What about what could happen? Let the mind speak, but do not let fear become the ruler of your whole life. You can answer gently. Yes, that happened, and I am here now. Yes, I was hurt, and I am learning safety now. Yes, I do not know the future, and I can still breathe in this moment. You are not trying to silence the mind with force. You are teaching it that peace is also possible. Safety may return in small pieces. A quiet cup of tea, a walk without rushing, a night where you sleep a little deeper, a moment where you do not explain yourself, a day where you choose peace over proving, a breath where your chest feels less tight. Do not ignore these small changes. They are not small to the soul. They are signs. They are proof that the body is listening. They are soft messages from life saying, keep going. You are learning how to live without fear, leading every step. You are not behind in healing. There is no perfect time for a heart to feel safe. There is no schedule that says you should already be over what shaped you. Healing is not a race. Healing is a return. Some days you will feel open. Some days you will feel closed. Some days you will breathe deeply. Some days you will forget. This does not mean you are starting over. It means you are human. Each time you come back to kindness, you are still moving forward. Make a new inner agreement today. No more rushing your healing. No more calling yourself weak for needing peace. No more treating your tiredness like a problem. No more making fear the only voice you trust. From this moment, begin again. Say, I agree to be kind to myself while I learn safety. I agree to breathe before I blame myself. I agree to listen to my body with love. I agree to leave survival mode slowly, gently, and with respect for everything I have survived. When the body stays in survival mode for too long, peace can begin to feel unsafe. That is one of the deepest pains of it. The very thing your heart wants can become the thing your body does not know how to receive. Rest feels strange. Love feels uncertain. Silence feels too open. Good things feel like they might disappear. So instead of relaxing into them, you may start searching for what is wrong. You may look for danger inside blessing. You may question kindness. You may doubt calm. You may push away the very peace you prayed for. Being ready all the time has a cost. It takes energy from the body. It takes softness from the heart. It takes joy from the present moment. When you are always ready for something bad, you have very little space left to notice what is good. A kind word may come, but fear asks, what do they really mean? A quiet day may come, but the mind asks, when will the next problem arrive? A loving chance may come, but the old pattern asks, what if I lose it? This is how survival mode can steal peace before peace has time to land. One sign that survival mode is still active is that rest feels like guilt. You sit down, but your mind says you should be doing more. You try to breathe, but your body says you are wasting time. You slow down, but fear tells you that everything will fall apart if you stop holding it. This is not truth. This is an old belief. You were not created to be useful every second. You were not created to earn your right to rest. Rest is not something you must deserve. Rest is part of being alive. Another cost of survival mode is that love can feel hard to trust. When the heart has learned to protect itself, it may not open easily. Even gentle love may feel unfamiliar. Even safe people may feel difficult to receive. You may find yourself waiting for them to leave, waiting for the mood to change, waiting for the good moment to break. But love is not always a warning. Sometimes love is simply love. Sometimes kindness is simply kindness. Sometimes a safe moment is truly safe. Your heart may need time to believe this, and that is okay. Survival mode pulls you away from the present. It sends you into the past to remember what hurt you. It sends you into the future to prepare for what might hurt you. And while the mind travels back and forward, the body loses touch with now. But now is where peace lives. Now is where breath happens. Now is where life can touch you. If you are always living in what happened or what might happen, you miss the quiet help that is already here. The present moment is not perfect, but it is real. It is where healing can begin. When the body stays in fear, the small good things become easy to miss. the soft light in the room, the taste of warm food, the sound of your own breath, the comfort of clean water, the gentle kindness of someone who means well. These may seem simple, but they are part of life loving you. Survival mode looks for danger because it believes danger matters most. Healing begins when you teach your heart to also look for support. Not to deny pain, but to remember that pain is not the only thing present. Control can feel safe for a while, but soon it becomes heavy. Trying to control every result, every person, every feeling, every step, every future turn can make the soul tired. You were not meant to carry life that way. You were meant to work with life, not fight against it. You were meant to listen, choose, breathe, and trust one step at a time. When control becomes your only safety, life feels like a problem to solve instead of a path to walk. But life is not asking you to solve every mystery today. Survival mode can make joy feel far away. Not because joy has left forever, but because fear is taking up too much space. Joy needs room. Joy needs breath. Joy needs a heart that can pause long enough to receive it. When the body is always tense, even beautiful things may pass by without being felt deeply. A sunset may be seen but not received. A loving word may be heard but not believed. A peaceful moment may arrive but not enter. This is why leaving survival mode matters. It gives joy a place to return. If you keep living for the next problem, life becomes very small. Every day becomes a waiting room for worry. Every choice becomes shaped by fear. Every dream becomes covered by the question, what if something goes wrong? But your life is not only a place where problems happen. Your life is also where healing can happen. Your life is where peace can return. Your life is where love can grow. Your life is where your breath can become soft again. You do not have to give all your attention to fear. Sometimes peace feels too quiet because the body is used to noise. The noise of worry, the noise of rushing, the noise of trying to please everyone, the noise of needing to know. When that noise begins to fade, you may feel uncomfortable at first. You may wonder who you are without the pressure. You may feel unsure of what to do with a calm moment. Let this be okay. Peace may feel strange before Tea feels safe. But if you stay with it gently, peace begins to become familiar. The quiet becomes less empty and more healing. Many people confuse tension with safety. They think if they are tense, they are prepared. If they worry, they are responsible. If they expect the worst, they cannot be surprised. But tension is not the same as wisdom. Worry is not the same as protection. Expecting pain does not always stop pain. It often makes you live through pain before anything has happened. Real safety is not found in staying tight. Real safety begins when you can meet life with open eyes, a steady breath, and a kind heart. Another quiet cost of survival mode is that the heart may stop asking for more. Not because it does not want more, but because wanting feels risky. Dreams feel unsafe. Hope feels dangerous. Receiving feels too open. So the heart lowers its voice. It asks for less. It settles for less peace, less love, less joy, less rest, because less feels safer than being disappointed. But your heart was not made to shrink forever. Your heart was made to open in the right time, with the right care, in the right way. Softening can feel scary when you have survived by staying hard. If strength has always meant holding back tears, then crying can feel like losing control. If safety has always meant needing no one, then receiving help can feel like weakness. If love has always felt uncertain, then opening your heart can feel dangerous. But softness is not weakness. Softness is the place where life can finally touch you. Softness is the soil where peace can grow. Softness is the doorway through which your breath returns. There comes a time when the soul becomes tired of armor. The armor may have helped once. It may have kept you standing. It may have helped you move through things you did not know how to face. But armor is not meant to be worn forever. It is heavy. It blocks touch. It blocks warmth. It blocks the simple beauty of being held by life. There comes a time when the soul whispers, "I am grateful for how I survived, but I am ready for something softer now. I am ready to live without carrying all this weight." If fear has been with you for a long time, it may begin to feel normal. But normal does not always mean natural. You may be used to sleeping with tension in your chest. You may be used to waking with a heavy mind. You may be used to expecting people to leave, expecting plans to fail, expecting peace to end. But being used to something does not mean you must keep living that way. You are allowed to learn a new normal, a calmer normal, a softer normal, a normal where your body does not have to brace against life every day. Survival mode often makes the breath shallow. The body takes in just enough air to keep going, but not enough to feel open. You may not even notice it at first. You may only notice that your chest feels tight, your shoulders feel high, your thoughts feel fast, and your body feels far away from peace. This is why the breath matters so much. The breath is one of the first places where safety can return. A slow breath does not fix everything at once, but it tells the body, we are not running right now. We are here. When your inner world is filled with fear, it becomes hard to hear life guiding you. Fear is loud. It speaks fast. It repeats the same worries again and again. But life often speaks softly. It speaks through peace. It speaks through a gentle feeling. It speaks through the quiet knowing that something is no longer right for you or that something new is ready to begin. If survival mode is always shouting, you may miss the soft voice of guidance. This is why stillness matters. This is why breath matters. This is why your healing matters. When you stay closed, not because you want to, but because fear has trained you to, many good things have a harder time entering. Support feels hard to accept. Compliments feel hard to believe. Help feels hard to receive. Rest feels hard to allow. New chances feel hard to trust. Love feels hard to hold. This does not mean good is not there. It means the heart needs safety before it can open to it. A closed hand cannot receive easily, not because it is bad, but because it is protecting itself. Healing teaches the hand to open slowly. Let this be a gentle warning, not one that creates fear, but one that brings awareness. If you never pause, your body may keep believing life is only pressure. If you never rest, your heart may keep believing love must be earned. If you never breathe deeply, your spirit may keep waiting at the door of your own life. This is not said to make you feel wrong. It is said to remind you that you are allowed to choose differently. You are allowed to stop before you break. You are allowed to soften before life forces you to slow down. The tired places inside you need attention. If you keep ignoring them, they may speak louder. They may show up as heaviness, sadness, anger, numbness, or the feeling that you cannot keep going the same way. These feelings are not enemies. They are messengers. They are asking you to listen. They are asking you to stop treating your own needs like an interruption. They are asking you to come back to the body you live in, the heart you carry, the soul that has been waiting for peace. Surviving means getting through the day. Living means feeling the day. Surviving means doing what must be done. Living means also noticing beauty, love, breath, and choice. Surviving means staying ready for pain. Living means being open to good. Surviving may have been needed for a season, but it was never meant to be your whole life. You are allowed to move from surviving into living. You are allowed to want more than just making it through. You are allowed to want peace that reaches your body, not just thoughts that sound peaceful. The moment you notice the cost of survival mode, the door begins to open. Not because everything changes in 1 second, but because awareness brings choice. Before awareness, you may react without knowing why. You may push love away without understanding. You may rush without asking if you are tired, but once you see the pattern, you can pause. You can breathe. You can say, "This is survival mode speaking. I do not have to obey it every time. I can listen with kindness, and then I can choose peace." You are being invited into a softer life now. Not a perfect life, not a life without challenges, but a life where you no longer meet every challenge with a closed heart and a tight chest. a life where you can breathe before you respond, a life where you can rest without guilt, a life where you can receive without feeling afraid, a life where silence becomes healing instead of threatening, a life where your own body becomes a safe place to return to again and again. The old pattern cannot come with you forever in the same way. It may still visit, it may still speak, it may still try to protect you, but it does not need to lead. Fear can sit beside you without holding the wheel. Worry can be heard without being obeyed. The past can be remembered without becoming the whole story. You can respect what you survived without building your future around it. You can say, that was then, and this is now. I am learning to breathe again. Your body may need proof of peace through small, repeated moments. Not one big promise, not one perfect day. Small moments. A breath before a hard conversation. A pause before self-blame. A glass of water taken slowly. A hand over the heart. A gentle no. A quiet yes. A morning where you do not rush into fear. A night where you let the day end. Each small moment tells the body safety is possible. Peace is possible. I am not trapped in the old way forever. One of the deepest parts of leaving survival mode is choosing not to abandon yourself. In survival mode, you may leave yourself often. You may ignore your needs to keep others calm. You may hide your feelings to avoid trouble. You may push your body past its limit because stopping feels unsafe. But healing asks you to stay. Stay with your breath. Stay with your heart. Stay with the small voice inside that says, I need care too. You are not selfish for needing care. You are human. Even the pain of survival mode carries an invitation. It says, come closer to yourself. It says, listen to what you have been carrying. It says, do not keep living as if your body is only a tool for getting things done. It says, your heart needs a home. It says, your breath wants to be full again. The pain is not here to punish you. It is here to wake you gently. It is here to show you where love is needed. It is here to guide you back to the places inside that were never meant to be left alone. So when you feel the old tightness rise, do not panic. Do not say, I am back at the beginning. Do not say, I will never change. Instead, place one gentle thought into the moment. Say, this is an old pattern, and I can meet it with love. Say, my body is trying to protect me, and I can teach it safety. Say, I do not have to rush. I do not have to fight. I do not have to carry every fear right now. I can take one breath. I can return to this moment. I can begin again without shame. The first step away from fear is not always courage in the way people imagine it. Sometimes the first step is softness. Sometimes it is admitting that you are tired. Sometimes it is letting one tear fall. Sometimes it is saying no to what drains you. Sometimes it is saying yes to rest. Sometimes it is choosing not to explain your healing to anyone. Sometimes it is breathing when fear tells you to run. These small choices matter. They are the stones that build the new path. Your life can no longer be built only on fear. It can no longer be built only on waiting for pain. It can no longer be built only on proving, pleasing, rushing, and holding your breath. Something deeper inside you knows this now. Something wiser is rising. It is not angry. It is not loud. It is calm, but clear. It says, I cannot keep living against myself. I cannot keep calling tension normal. I cannot keep treating rest like danger. I am ready to learn peace in a way my body can understand. Beneath the fear, there is a breath waiting for you. Beneath the worry, there is a softer rhythm. Beneath the need to control, there is a quiet trust that has not disappeared. Beneath the tiredness, there is a life that still wants to be lived. Survival mode may have covered these things, but it did not destroy them. They are still there. Your peace is still there. Your softness is still there. Your hope is still there. Your breath is still there, waiting for the moment you stop running long enough to feel it again. What if this season is not here to punish you? What if this quiet space in your life is not a sign that nothing is happening? What if life is not holding you back, but holding you still long enough for your body to feel safe again? Sometimes, when we have lived in survival mode for a long time, we think every pause means something is wrong. We think every delay means we are forgotten. We think every slow day means we are falling behind. But not every pause is a problem. Sometimes the pause is the place where healing begins. Life is not rushing you right now. Life is teaching you. It is teaching your body that you do not have to move so fast to be safe. It is teaching your heart that love does not always come with fear. It is teaching your mind that not every silence is danger. It is teaching your soul that peace is not something you must chase. Peace is something you can allow. Peace is something you can return to. Peace is something that grows when you stop fighting the moment you are in. You may have spent years thinking that if you slowed down, everything would fall apart. You monstre. I have believed that your worry was holding your life together. You may have thought that if you stopped checking, planning, fixing, and preparing, something bad would happen. But slowly, life begins to show you a new truth. Your fear was never the thing keeping you safe. Your fear was only trying to protect you. There is a difference. Fear may warn you, but it does not have to lead you. Fear may speak, but it does not have to become your home. This is a gentle lesson. Life is saying, You can put some of this down now. You can stop holding your breath. You can stop waiting for the next hard thing. You can stop treating every quiet moment like a warning. You can begin to believe that the calm in your life is not a trick. It is a gift. You can begin to believe that rest is not laziness. It is healing. You can begin to believe that softness is not danger. It is the doorway back to yourself. Sometimes life teaches through comfort. Sometimes life teaches through stillness. Sometimes life teaches through the simple feeling that you cannot keep living the way you used to live. That feeling is not failure. It is wisdom rising inside you. It is the deeper part of you saying, I am ready for a different way. I am ready to stop breathing like I am always in danger. I am ready to stop loving like I am always about to lose. I am ready to stop working like I have to prove I deserve to exist. The old version of you may have believed that safety came from being prepared for everything. But the new version of you is learning that safety also comes from being present. Present with your breath. Present with your body. Present with the truth of this moment. The truth of this moment may be simple. You are here. You are breathing. You are not the same person you were when the pain first began. You have grown. You have learned. You have survived. And now life is showing you how to live beyond survival. There is no need to force this lesson. You do not have to understand it all today. You do not have to become peaceful in one moment. You do not have to act like you are calm when your body is still learning. Life is not asking you to fake peace. Life is asking you to make space for it. A little space in your chest. A little space in your thoughts. A little space between the feeling and the reaction. A little space where your breath can enter and remind you that you are not trapped in the old pattern forever. When life slows you down, it may feel uncomfortable at first. You may not know what to do with quiet. You may reach for noise, for busy work, for another thing to fix, for another worry to carry. That is because survival mode knows how to move fast, but it does not always know how to be still. So, if stillness feels strange, do not judge yourself. Just notice it. Say, my body is learning. My heart is learning. My mind is learning. I do not have to run away from quiet. I can meet it slowly. I can breathe inside it. What if the quiet is not empty? What if the quiet is full of guidance? What if the quiet is where your soul can finally speak? Fear is loud. It repeats itself again and again. It tells you to hurry, to worry, to control, to expect the worst. But the voice of peace is often soft. It may come as a small feeling. It may come as a deep knowing. It may come as one gentle thought that says, not that way anymore. It may say, rest now. It may say, let go. It may say, you are safe to choose differently. You are not being asked to become someone else. You are being invited to return to who you were before fear became so loud. before you learn to hold your breath, before you learn to watch every face, every voice, every silence, before you believed you had to earn love by being useful, before you believed you had to earn rest by being tired enough, there is a softer self inside you, a peaceful self, a trusting self, a self that knows how to breathe. Life is helping you find that part again. This teaching may come through small choices. Choosing not to rush in the morning, choosing not to answer fear right away, choosing not to explain yourself when your heart needs quiet, choosing not to chase what makes you feel unsafe, choosing to drink water slowly, choosing to place your hand on your heart, choosing to say, I do not have to solve my whole life in this moment. These choices may look small from the outside, but inside they are powerful. They tell your body, a new life is beginning. You may feel like you should be further ahead. You may feel like healing is taking too long. You may wonder why you still feel fear when you have already tried so hard to grow. But listen gently. A heart does not become safe by being rushed. A body does not trust peace because someone tells it to hurry. Healing is not a race. Healing is a relationship with yourself. Every time you return to kindness, the relationship becomes stronger. Every time you breathe instead of blame, safety grows. Every time you pause instead of push, peace becomes more real. Life may be teaching you through your tiredness. It may be saying you have carried enough in this old way. It may be saying your body is asking for care, not more pressure. It may be saying you cannot keep building a new life with the same fear that kept you trapped in the old one. This does not mean you must stop dreaming. It does not mean you must stop taking action. It means your action can come from peace instead of panic. It means your choices can come from trust instead of fear. There is a difference between moving because you are guided and moving because you are afraid. Fear says hurry or you will lose everything. Guidance says take the next step when your heart is clear. Fear says control every detail. Guidance says listen deeply and move with peace. Fear says you are behind. Guidance says you are becoming ready. Fear says nothing is working. Guidance says something is forming beneath the surf. You are learning to hear the difference. You are learning to trust the quieter voice. The life that is meant for you does not need you to destroy yourself to reach it. The peace that is meant for you does not require you to live in constant fear. The love that is meant for you will not ask you to abandon your own soul. The future that is right for you will not be built on self-punishment. Life is teaching you that what is truly good for you can also be gentle with you. It may still ask you to grow. It may still ask you to change. But it will not ask you to hate yourself in order to become worthy. If life feels slow right now, breathe. Slow does not mean stopped. Quiet does not mean empty. Waiting does not mean forgotten. Sometimes the deepest healing happens in the spaces where nothing seems to be happening. A seed is hidden before it grows. A wound closes slowly before the skin feels whole again. A tired body needs rest before it can trust movement again. You are not doing nothing. You are learning how to feel safe. You are learning how to receive peace. You are learning how to breathe without fear. Say softly to yourself, life is not rushing me. Life is teaching me. Let those words settle into your chest. Life is not rushing me. Life is teaching me. It is teaching me how to rest. It is teaching me how to trust. It is teaching me how to listen. It is teaching me how to return to the present moment. It is teaching me how to stop living like every moment is a test. It is teaching me how to open my heart without losing myself. You are allowed to learn slowly. You are allowed to need time. You are allowed to have days when the old fear feels loud again. Those days do not erase your healing. They simply show you where love is still needed. When fear comes back, meet it like a tired child. Do not yell at it. Do not push it away. Say, I see you. I know you are trying to protect me. But we are learning something new now. We are learning that peace can be safe. We are learning that life can be kind. We are learning that we can breathe again. There is a sacred softness in this lesson. It does not demand. It does not punish. It does not shout. It simply waits for you to notice. It waits in your breath. It waits in your quiet moments. It waits in the way your body relaxes when you stop forcing. It waits in the moment you choose not to turn against yourself. It waits in the gentle truth that life is not asking you to survive forever. Life is asking you to come back. Come back to your breath. Come back to your body. Come back to your heart. Now let these words become the center of your heart. I am safe to breathe again. Do not rush them. Do not force them. Do not worry if one part of you believes them and another part still feels afraid. Just let the words be spoken gently inside you. I am safe to breathe again. Let them move like warm light through your chest. Let them touch the places that have been tight for too long. Let them speak to the parts of you that have been waiting for permission to rest. The body learns through repetition. It does not always change because of one thought. It changes when love returns again and again. It changes when safety is repeated in small ways. A slow breath, a kind word, a gentle pause, a hand over the heart, a calm reminder. I am safe to breathe again. Every time you say this, you are not just speaking words. You are building a new path inside yourself. You are teaching your body that this moment can be different from the past. You do not have to force yourself to believe this fully right now. Sometimes the most healing words are the ones we are only beginning to believe. Say them as a possibility. Say them as a prayer. Say them as a seed. Say, I am safe to breathe again. even if your chest still feels tight. Say, I am safe to breathe again, even if your mind still has questions. Say, I am safe to breathe again, even if your body is still learning. The words do not have to be perfect to be powerful. They only have to be offered with love. Let the breath come slowly. There is no need to take the deepest breath right away. There is no need to control the breath. Just notice it. Feel the air as it enters. Feel the body as it receives. Feel the chest as it softens even a little. If the breath feels small, bless the small breath. If the breath feels shaky, bless the shaky breath. If the breath feels tired, bless the tired breath. Every breath is proof that life is still moving through you. Every breath is a quiet gift. Your breath does not judge you. It does not say, why are you still afraid? It does not say, why did you take so long to come back? It does not say, why are you not healed yet? The breath simply comes. Again and again it comes. It arrives with patience. It arrives with grace. It arrives as a soft reminder that life has not left you. Even when you forgot yourself, life kept breathing through you. Even when you felt lost, the breath remained. Even when survival mode became loud, the breath waited beneath it. Speak these words to your tired body now. I am safe to breathe again. I am safe to soften. I am safe to rest. I do not have to hold my shoulders so high. I do not have to keep my jaw tight. I do not have to keep my chest closed. I do not have to live as if something bad is always coming. This moment is not asking me to fight. This moment is asking me to return. This moment is asking me to listen. This moment is asking me to be gentle. Let your heart receive the words slowly. The heart may not open all at once. That is okay. A flower does not open by being pulled apart. It opens when it feels the right warmth. Let these words be warmth. I am safe to breathe again. Let them rest on the heart without pressure. Let them be there like sunlight at the window. The light does not force the room to change. It simply enters where there is an opening. And even the smallest opening is enough for light to begin. The old fear may still speak when you say this affirmation. It may say, are you sure? It may say, what if something happens? It may say, what if peace does not last? Do not fight with it. Do not shame it. Let the fear speak and then answer with kindness. I hear you. I know you are trying to protect me, but I am learning safety now. I am learning peace now. I am learning that I do not have to stay afraid to stay alive. I am safe to breathe again. Peace can be learned. This is a beautiful truth. If your body learned fear, it can also learn safety. If your mind learned worry, it can also learn trust. If your heart learned to close, it can also learn to open again. Nothing inside you is beyond love. Nothing inside you is too late for healing. The patterns may be old, but they are not stronger than the life within you. With patience, with breath, with kindness, with simple repeated words, the inner world can change. Let the affirmation become a small home inside you, a place you can return to when life feels loud. When worry rises, return to it. I am safe to breathe again. When the body tightens, return to it. I am safe to breathe again. When the mind begins to run into every future fear, return to it. I am safe to breathe again. When you feel the old urge to control everything, return to it. I am safe to breathe again. These words can become a doorway back to the present moment. Say softly, I do not have to fight life anymore. Feel the meaning of that. You do not have to wake up ready for battle. You do not have to meet every person with a guarded heart. You do not have to treat every delay like rejection. You do not have to treat every mistake like proof that you are not enough. You do not have to fight life anymore. You can work with life. You can listen to life. You can let life support you in ways your fear could not imagine. Say, I am allowed to rest. This may be one of the hardest truths for a body in survival mode to receive, but say it anyway. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to pause. I am allowed to have needs. I am allowed to slow down without explaining myself. I am allowed to be quiet. I am allowed to stop carrying what is not mine. Rest does not make me weak. Rest helps me return to strength. Rest does not mean I have given up. Rest means I am caring for the life within me. Say, I am leaving survival mode with love, not with anger, not with shame, not by forcing myself to become calm. I am leaving survival mode with love. I honor the part of me that survived. I honor the strength that carried me. I honor the fear that tried to keep me safe. But I also honor the new peace that is calling me. I can thank the old pattern without letting it rule my future. I can bless what protected me and still choose to live in a softer way. Say, my body is learning peace. Let this be simple. My body is learning peace when I breathe slowly. My body is learning peace when I rest without guilt. My body is learning peace when I do not rush to answer every fear. My body is learning peace when I choose kind words. My body is learning peace when I notice the present moment. My body is learning peace when I tell myself, I am here now. I am safe now. I can soften now. The breath is a sacred teacher because it always brings you back to now. Fear pulls you backward. Worry pulls you forward. But the breath brings you here. Inhale and you return to the body. Exhale and you release a little of what you do not need to carry. Inhale and you receive life. exhale and you let go of the grip. The breath teaches without hard words. It teaches through rhythm. It teaches through patience. It teaches through returning again and again. Let the words move with the breath. As you breathe in, think, I am safe. As you breathe out, think to breathe again. I am safe. To breathe again, I am safe. To breathe again. Do not try to make anything happen. Just let the words and the breath meet. Let them become gentle. Let them become steady. Let them become a safe place inside the moment. If your mind wanders, that is all right. Come back kindly. Healing is not about never wandering. It is about returning with love. Your heart will open in its own time. You cannot force it open. You cannot rush it into trust. You cannot command it to feel safe. But you can give it reasons to trust you. You can speak kindly. You can listen when it feels tired. You can stop making it wrong for being afraid. You can stop calling it weak for needing care. You can hold it with patience, and little by little, the heart begins to learn. It begins to say, maybe it is safe to open now. Maybe I can breathe again. You do not have to believe you are safe forever. That may feel too big right now. Just begin with this one breath. In this one breath, I am safe. In this one breath, I can soften. In this one breath, I do not need to fix everything. In this one breath, I am allowed to be here. One breath is enough to begin. One breath is enough to interrupt the old pattern. One breath is enough to tell fear you are not the only voice here anymore. Repeat this truth gently. I am safe to breathe again. I am safe to breathe again. I am safe to breathe again. Let it be slow. Let it be kind. Let it be simple. Let your body receive it in its own way. Maybe you feel warmth. Maybe you feel emotion. Maybe you feel nothing at first. All of it is okay. The words are still working like seeds in the soil. You do not see a seed change the moment it is planted, but deep beneath the surface, something begins. A new inner voice is forming inside you. It is softer than fear, but stronger in a deeper way. It does not shout. It does not shame. It does not rush. It says breathe. It says soften. It says you are safe enough for this moment. It says you do not have to live from the wound forever. It says life is teaching you a new rhythm. The more you listen to this voice, the clearer it becomes. The more you repeat peace, the more peace begins to answer. Let these words stay with you as you move through the rest of this day. I am safe to breathe again. Carry them into your morning. Carry them into the places where you feel tense. Carry them into the conversations that make your heart race. Carry them into the quiet moments when old memories rise. Carry them into your rest. Carry them into your dreams. These words are not here to deny what you have been through. They are here to remind you that what you have been through does not have to be the place you live forever. You do not need to solve your whole life today. Let that truth move through you slowly. You do not need to solve your whole life today. You do not need to answer every question. You do not need to understand every delay. You do not need to fix every feeling. You do not need to know how everything will work out before you allow yourself one peaceful breath. This moment is not asking for your whole future. This moment is asking for your presence. Survival mode tries to make control feel like safety. It says if you can plan enough, nothing will hurt you. If you can think enough, nothing will surprise you. If you can hold enough, nothing will fall apart. But this is too much weight for one heart. No person was meant to carry every possible ending. No body was meant to stay tight every hour. No mind was meant to turn every unknown into a threat. Control may promise peace, but often it takes peace away. Real peace begins when you stop asking yourself to hold what life itself is meant to hold. You can make choices. You can take steps. You can listen to wisdom. You can care for yourself. But you do not have to control every outcome. You do not have to make every person understand you. You do not have to force every door to open. You do not have to chase every answer. Some things are meant to unfold. Some things are meant to be released. Some things are meant to be trusted to a timing bigger than your fear. Begin with the body. The body often holds what the mouth never says. The shoulders hold pressure. The jaw holds words. The chest holds fear. The stomach holds old worry. The hands hold the need to grip. So before you try to change your whole life, soften one place. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw loosen. Let your hands open. Let your belly stop pulling in so tightly. Let your chest receive one gentle breath. This is not small. This is the body learning that it does not have to prepare for danger in every moment. Softening the body is a spiritual act. It is a way of saying, I trust life enough to stop fighting this moment. It is a way of saying, I do not need to meet myself with force. It is a way of saying, I am willing to return to peace in the place where I live, in this body, in this breath, in this now. When you soften the body, you make room for the soul to speak. You make room for guidance. You make room for love. You make room for a calmer way to move through life. You may notice how much you have been holding, not only in your mind, but in your muscles, not only in your thoughts, but in your breath. You may notice that your body has been waiting for permission to relax. Give it that permission now. Say, you can soften, you can release, you can stop holding what is not happening right now. You can stop living inside every possible fear. You can be here. You can breathe here. You can rest inside this one moment. Let control leave slowly. Do not try to throw it away all at once. Control may have been with you for a long time. It may feel familiar. It may even feel like part of who you are. So speak to it gently. Say, "Thank you for trying to protect me. Thank you for trying to keep me ready. But I am learning another way now. I am learning that I can be safe without gripping so tightly. I am learning that I can care without carrying everything. I am learning that I can trust without knowing every detail. You do not have to know what comes next in order to breathe now. You do not have to know how every problem will be solved in order to be kind to yourself today. You do not have to know whether every dream will happen in the way you imagined in order to believe that life still holds good for you. The need to know everything can become another form of fear. But healing teaches a different truth. I can take the next breath without knowing the whole road. I can take the next step without seeing the whole path. The mind may ask, "But what if I let go and everything goes wrong?" Answer gently. Holding tightly did not stop pain from happening in the past. Worrying did not make every road smooth. Blaming yourself did not create safety. So maybe there is another way. Maybe the new way is not careless. Maybe the new way is calm. Maybe the new way says, "I will do what I can with love, and I will stop punishing myself for what I cannot control." Maybe the new way says, "I can be responsible without being afraid all the time." There is a deep freedom in knowing what is yours and what is not yours. Your breath is yours. Your kindness toward yourself is yours. Your next gentle choice is yours. Your willingness to pause is yours. But other people's feelings are not fully yours to control. The whole future is not yours to control. Every outcome is not yours to control. Every closed door is not yours to force open. Every delay is not yours to fight. When you return to what is truly yours, life becomes lighter. Say softly, "I release what is not mine to carry." Let the words move through the body. I release what is not mine to carry. I release the need to control every ending. I release the need to prove my worth through exhaustion. I release the fear that if I rest, everything will fall apart. I release the old belief that peace is unsafe. I release the habit of holding my breath. I release the pressure to become healed overnight. I release with love. I release slowly. I release what I am ready to release. As you release, you may feel emotion. Let it come gently. Tears are not a sign that you are going backward. Sometimes tears are the way the body exhales what words cannot hold. Sometimes tears mean the heart finally feels safe enough to speak. Sometimes tears are the old tension leaving. Do not be afraid of your own softness. Do not be ashamed of feeling deeply. A frozen heart cannot feel fully. A thawing heart may feel many things. This is part of coming alive again. Let the body know it is safe to feel without being swallowed by feeling. You can feel sadness and still be safe. You can feel fear and still be held. You can feel tired and still be worthy. You can feel uncertain and still be guided. Feelings are waves. They rise, they move, they pass. You do not have to become the wave. You can breathe through it. You can place both feet in this moment. You can remind yourself, this feeling is moving through me. It is not the whole of me. Soften the forehead, soften the eyes, soften the mouth, soften the throat, soften the shoulders, soften the chest, soften the belly, soften the hands. Even as you hear these words, let each part of the body receive kindness. You may not realize how long you have been bracing. You may not realize how often your body prepares for pain that is not here. Let this be the moment when the body hears something new. There is no need to brace right now. There is no need to hold so tightly right now. Control often lives in the question, what if? What if this happens? What if that happens? What if I lose? What if I fail? What if I am not ready? But peace lives in a different question. What is true right now? Right now, you are breathing. Right now, you are listening. Right now, you are becoming aware. Right now, you can choose one softer thought. Right now, you can give your body one kind message. Right now, you can come back from the future and return to yourself. The future does not need to be carried all at once. It will arrive one moment at a time, one day at a time, one breath at a time. You do not need to meet tomorrow before tomorrow comes. You do not need to prepare your body for every possible pain. You can let tomorrow stay in tomorrow. You can let this moment be this moment. You can say, I will meet what comes when it comes. I do not have to live it in my mind before it happens. When you release control, you are not giving up on your life. You are giving up the belief that fear must manage everything. You can still care. You can still dream. You can still make plans. You can still take wise steps. But you can do these things without living in panic. You can move with trust. You can choose with peace. You can act from love. You can let your future grow from a calmer place inside you. This is a very different way to live. Your body may need nigh reminders. Give them kindly. In the morning, remind it, we do not have to rush into fear. During the day, remind it we can pause before reacting. At night, remind it we can let the day end. When worry rises, remind it we are safe enough to breathe. When control tightens, remind it we can hold this moment with open hands. The body learns safety through repeated care. Every reminder is a small act of love. Open your hands for a moment. Let them rest open, even if only in your mind. Closed hands say, I must hold everything. Open hands say, I am willing to receive. Closed hands say, nothing can leave, nothing can enter. Open hands say, life can move. Open hands do not mean you do not care. They mean you are no longer willing to grip so tightly that you hurt yourself. Open hands are a prayer without words. They say, I trust what is meant for me to stay, and I trust what is not meant for me to go. You may have tried to control because you were afraid of loss. That is understandable. When something has hurt us before, we may try to make sure it never happens again. But the heart cannot fully live when it is only trying not to lose. The heart also needs space to love, to receive, to rest, to hope. You do not have to shame yourself for wanting safety. You only need to let safety become softer. Let safety become breath. Let safety become trust. Let safety become the way you stay with yourself. There is a calm strength that comes when the body softens. It is not the hard strength of holding back tears. It is not the tired strength of pushing through everything. It is the quiet strength of being present. It is the strength that says, I can meet this moment without leaving myself. I can care without controlling. I can love without gripping. I can move forward without forcing. I can let life help me. This kind of strength feels different. It does not drain you. It restores you. Let this truth move through you. Not everything needs your fear to become safe. Some things need your trust. Some things need your patience. Some things need your silence. Some things need time. Some things need you to step back so life can work in ways you cannot yet see. Control says, I must make it happen. Trust says, I will do my part and allow life to do the rest. Control says, I am alone. Trust says, I am supported. Control says, hurry. Trust says, breathe. The more you soften, the more you may notice how tired you have been. Let that noticing be gentle. Do not turn it into another reason to judge yourself. Just say, I have been carrying a lot. I see that now. I am allowed to care for myself now. I am allowed to slow down now. I am allowed to stop calling pressure normal. I am allowed to learn peace in my own body. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. This is the moment when you begin to come home. You can release control one breath at a time. You can soften the body one place at a time. You can leave survival mode one gentle choice at a time. There is no need to make this a big performance. There is no need to prove your healing to anyone. Let it be private. Let it be sacred. Let it be simple. One breath before you speak. One pause before you react. One kind word before you blame yourself. One soft moment where fear does not get to decide everything. Say softly, I do not have to carry the whole future. Say, I do not have to control every outcome. Say, I am allowed to rest in this moment. Say, I am safe to breathe again. Let each sentence be a little opening. Let each sentence loosen the old grip. Let each sentence remind the body that life is not asking it to stay in survival mode forever. You are learning another rhythm now. You are learning the rhythm of trust. You are learning the rhythm of peace. As the body softens, the heart begins to hear more clearly. It hears the truth beneath the fear. It hears, I am tired of fighting myself. It hears, I want to live differently. It hears, I want rest to feel safe. It hears, I want love to feel possible. It hears, I want my breath back. These are holy desires. They are not too much. They are not selfish. They are the voice of life within you asking for room to move again. Let room be made now. Room in the chest, room in the breath, room in the mind, room in the day, room for peace to enter without being questioned, room for rest to be received without guilt, room for life to move without being controlled every second, room for your body to learn that it is no longer living in the old danger. Room for the soft part of you to rise again. Room for the breath you forgot was yours. You are allowed to stop gripping. You are allowed to stop chasing. You are allowed to stop proving. You are allowed to stop living as if your worth depends on how much you can carry. You are allowed to be supported. You are allowed to be guided. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to let your body feel peace slowly, safely, and gently. And with each breath, with each softening, with each small release, survival mode loses a little more of its hold. Imagine for a moment that your breath is not only air. Imagine that your breath is soft light, a warm, gentle light that enters your body slowly. It does not rush. It does not push. It does not demand anything from you. It simply comes in with kindness. It moves through the places that have been tight for too long. It touches the fear you have carried. It touches the sadness you have hidden. It touches the tired parts of you that have been waiting for care. And with every breath, this light whispers, you are safe to come back to yourself. There is a quiet room inside you. It is not outside in the world. It is not far away. It is within your own heart. Maybe you have not visited this room for a long time because life became loud. Maybe worry stood at the door. Maybe fear filled the space. Maybe survival mode made you believe that you had to stay busy, alert, and ready. But this room is still there. It has not disappeared. It has been waiting for you with patience. It has been holding a place where your breath can become soft again. As you enter this quiet inner room, there is nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to explain, nothing you need to prove. The room does not ask why you stayed away so long. It does not ask why you were afraid. It does not ask why you forgot how to rest. It only welcomes you back. The air feels warm. The space feels calm. There is a soft golden light around you, not too bright, not too strong, just enough to remind your body that peace can be gentle. Now take one soft breath in this inner room. Let it be simple. Let it be enough. Feel the breath enter your chest like warm light. Feel it move slowly into the places that feel closed. Maybe your chest has been tight. Maybe your shoulders have been heavy. Maybe your stomach has been holding old fear. Let the breath touch those places without trying to change them by force. Let the breath simply say, I see you. I am here now. You do not have to hold everything alone anymore. With each breath, imagine the soft light growing in your chest. Not fast, not suddenly, just slowly, like morning light entering a room. The light does not fight the darkness. It simply arrives. In the same way, your healing does not need to fight your fear. Your healing only needs to keep arriving with love. Each breath brings more light. Each breath brings more space. Each breath reminds the heart that it can open little by little. You do not need to open fully today. A little opening is enough. Now notice the tense places in your body, not with judgment, but with care. Notice the part of you that has been holding its breath. Notice the part of you that has been trying to stay ready. Notice the part of you that still thinks peace might not be safe. Instead of pushing these places away, let the soft light meet them. Let the light say, thank you for trying to protect me. Thank you for helping me survive. But now we are learning something new. Now we are learning how to rest. Imagine old fear like ice held inside the body. It may have been there for a long time. It may not melt in one breath. That is okay. The light does not force it. The breath does not rush it. Warmth simply stays. Love simply stays. Kindness simply stays. And slowly, the hard places begin to soften. Slowly, the frozen places remember movement. Slowly, the body begins to understand that it does not need to stay locked forever. This is how peace returns, not by pressure, but by warmth. Let your body receive a new message now. The message is simple. I am safe to breathe again. Let it move through the head. I am safe to breathe again. Let it move through the throat. I am safe to breathe again. Let it move through the chest. I am safe to breathe again. Let it move through the belly. I am safe to breathe again. Let it move through the hands, the legs, the feet. Every part of the body is being reminded that it does not have to live in the old fear forever. Now imagine the windows of this quiet inner room opening. Fresh air enters slowly. The air is not cold, it is gentle. It carries a feeling of new life. It moves through the room and clears the old heaviness. It does not erase your past. It does not pretend nothing happened. It simply brings space. It brings movement. It brings the feeling that something inside you can breathe again. The room feels lighter now. Your heart feels less alone. Your body feels less trapped. There may be old thoughts in this room, old words, old memories, old fears. They may have sat there for years. They may have told you that you were not safe, not enough, not ready, not loved, not supported. But now, with the windows open and the soft light shining, those old thoughts do not feel as powerful. They are only echoes. They are not the truth of who you are. Let them leave the room slowly, like dust carried out by fresh air. You do not need to fight them. You can let them pass. Your breath can become a home, not a place made of walls, but a place inside you where you can return when life feels too loud. You can return to one inhale. You can return to one exhale. You can return to the soft truth that this moment is here and you are here inside it. When the world feels heavy, your breath can remind you that you do not have to leave yourself. When fear rises, your breath can remind you that you can stay. When survival mode speaks, your breath can answer with peace. In this quiet inner room, imagine there is a soft chair waiting for you. It is the chair of your own heart. You sit there without needing to perform. You do not need to be strong in this chair. You do not need to smile if you feel tired. You do not need to explain why healing is taking time. You are allowed to simply sit. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to breathe. This is a place where you are not judged for surviving. This is a place where you are welcomed for returning. As you sit there, the soul begins to speak softly. It does not use fear. It does not speak in pressure. It does not say, hurry up and heal. It says, you are doing well. It says, I know you are tired. It says, I know you have carried so much. It says, you do not have to hold your breath anymore. It says, life is teaching you a softer rhythm. It says, you are allowed to take your time. It says, even one peaceful breath is a beautiful beginning. Now feel the golden light around your whole body. It surrounds you like kindness. It is above you, beneath you, beside you, and within you. This light does not separate you from life. It connects you to life. It reminds you that you are not alone in your healing. Support may come in ways you do not expect. Peace may come in small moments. Guidance may come as a gentle feeling. Love may come through you, your own words to yourself. The light is a symbol of the care that has been waiting for you to receive it. Breathe in and imagine light entering. Breathe out and imagine fear loosening. Breathe in and receive calm. Breathe out and release the need to fight. Breathe in and remember your body is learning. Breathe out and let the old pressure soften. This does not need to be perfect. You do not need to feel peaceful every second. Just stay with the breath, stay with the light. Stay with the simple truth that your body can learn a new way to feel safe. There is a soft return happening within you. You are returning from fear to presence, from pressure to breath, from control to trust, from survival to life. This return may not look big to anyone else, but inside you, it is sacred. Every time you pause instead of panic, you are returning. Every time you breathe instead of blame yourself, you are returning. Every time you choose rest instead of forcing, you are returning. Every time you speak kindly to your tired body, you are returning. This quiet inner room is always available to you. You can visit it in the morning before the day begins. You can visit it during a hard moment. You can visit it before sleep. You can visit it when old fear rises. You only need one breath to open the door, one breath to return to the light. One breath to remember that survival mode is not your true home. Peace is closer than fear wants you to believe. Safety is something your body can learn again. The breath has been waiting for you patiently. It has been with you through every hard day. It has been with you through every quiet tear. It has been with you through every moment when you thought you could not keep going. And now, the breath is not asking you to be perfect. It is simply asking you to notice it, to receive it, to let it become full again, to let it become kind again, to let it become a way back to yourself. Even when you leave this quiet inner room, the light does not leave you. It remains inside your chest. It remains in your breath. It remains in the small space between one thought and the next. It remains when you forget, and it welcomes you when you remember. This is the nature of healing. It does not punish you for forgetting. It simply invites you back. Again and again, life says, breathe. Again and again, your body says, I am learning. Again and again, your soul says, come home. Let your healing become simple. It does not need to be hard. It does not need to take many hours. It does not need to be perfect. Begin in the morning with one gentle breath before the world enters your mind. Before you reach for worry, before you remember every task, before you carry yesterday into today, pause. Place your attention on your breath and say, I am safe to begin this day slowly. Let those words become the first gift you give yourself. The first thought of the morning can shape the energy of the day. If the first thought is fear, the body may begin the day in survival mode. If the first thought is pressure, the heart may tighten before your feet even touch the floor. But you can choose a softer beginning. You can say, "Today, I will not rush into fear. Today, I will meet myself with kindness. Today, I will breathe before I carry the world. Today, I am allowed to move gently." Take 3 simple breaths each morning. With the first breath, say, "I am here." With the second breath, say, "I am safe in this moment." With the third breath, say, "I am open to peace today." These words are simple, but simple does not mean weak. Simple practices can reach deep places. They can remind the body that the day does not have to begin with panic. They can remind the heart that it does not have to protect itself from every moment before the moment has even arrived. When fear rises during the day, pause and ask gently, "Am I in danger right now? Or am I remembering an old fear?" This question is not here to shame you. It is here to bring you back to now. Sometimes the body reacts to the present as if it is the past. Sometimes a small delay feels like rejection because old pain is speaking. Sometimes a quiet message feels like abandonment because old fear has returned. Ask the question with love. Let it create space between the old pattern and the present moment. When the body becomes tense, speak to it like someone you love. Say, "I know you are scared. I know you are trying to protect me. But we are safe enough to breathe right now. We do not have to run. We do not have to fight. We do not have to solve everything in this second. We can pause. We can soften. We can take one step at a time." The body responds to kindness. It may not relax fully at first, but it will begin to listen. A hand on the heart can become a small act of return. It tells the body, "I am here with you." It tells the heart, "You are not being ignored." It tells the tired places, "I see you." You do not need a perfect prayer. You do not need long words. You can simply place your hand there and breathe. Let the warmth of your hand become a message. Let it say, "I am not leaving myself today. I am not fighting myself today. I am staying with myself in love." During the day, notice moments where you can choose a softer response. When someone does not answer right away, breathe before you create a painful story. When a plan changes, breathe before you call it a disaster. When you make a mistake, breathe before you attack yourself. When you feel tired, breathe before you force yourself to keep pushing. These small moments are where survival mode begins to lose power. Not because fear disappears, but because you no longer obey it without question. Practice saying a gentle no when your body needs peace. No does not need to be harsh. No can be loving. No can be sacred. No can be a way of protecting your breath. When you say no to what drains you, you say yes to your healing. When you say no to rushing, you say yes to presence. When you say no to old pressure, you say yes to a new life. You do not have to explain every boundary to make it real. Sometimes peace begins with one quiet no. Also practice saying a gentle yes. Yes to rest. Yes to help. Yes to receiving. Yes to silence. Yes to a slow morning. Yes to a kind word. Yes to the small good thing that wants to enter your life. Survival mode often says no to good things because good things feel unfamiliar. Healing says, I can receive this slowly. I can let this moment be kind. I can let myself be supported without fear. I can say yes without losing myself. In the middle of the day, give yourself one pause. It does not have to be long. 1 minute can be enough. Stop for a moment and ask, how is my body breathing? Is my chest tight? Are my shoulders raised? Is my jaw holding stress? Do not judge what you find. Just notice. Then take one slow breath and say, I am allowed to return to peace. This small pause can change the direction of the whole day. It brings you back before fear carries you too far. You do not need to carry the whole day in the morning. You do not need to carry the whole future at noon. You do not need to carry every mistake at night. Let the day be lighter. Let each hour be only 1 hour. Let each task be only one task. Let each breath be only one breath. Survival mode makes everything feel like everything. Healing teaches you to separate the moment from the story. This is only one moment. I can meet one moment. At night, before sleep, let the day end. This is very important. Many hearts in survival mode do not let the day end. They keep thinking, replaying, fixing, worrying, and planning. But your body needs to know that the day is over. Place your hand on your heart and say, I release today. I did what I could. I let go of what I cannot control. I am safe to rest now. Let these words close the door gently on the day. Night can make worry louder because the world becomes quiet. If this happens, do not be afraid. Fear often speaks when there is silence because it wants attention. Give it kindness, not power. Say, I hear you, but we are resting now. I hear you, but we do not need to solve this tonight. I hear you, but my body deserves peace. Tomorrow will come when it comes. Tonight I am safe to rest. Tonight my breath can be soft. Tonight I can let go. If writing helps you, ask one simple question before sleep. Where did I choose peace today? Do not search for something big. Maybe you took one breath before reacting. Maybe you rested for 5 minutes. Maybe you spoke one kind sentence to yourself. Maybe you noticed the sky. Maybe you did not chase an old fear. Write it down. Let your mind see that healing is happening in small ways. What you notice grows. What you honor becomes stronger. Give thanks for small safety. Thank the breath that stayed with you. Thank the body that carried you. Thank a moment that felt a little easier. Thank the choice that helped you soften. Thank the quiet space where you did not abandon yourself. Gratitude does not mean every part of life is easy. It means you are willing to notice support even while healing is still happening. Gratitude teaches the heart to look not only for danger, but also for care. This practice is not about being perfect. You will forget. You will rush again. You will worry again. You will react from fear sometimes. That does not mean you have failed. It means you are learning. Each time you remember, come back kindly. Do not turn healing into another thing to judge yourself with. Healing is not a test. Healing is a return. The goal is not to never feel fear. The goal is to stop leaving yourself when fear appears. The more you practice small moments of calm, the more peace becomes familiar. At first, peace may feel strange. It may feel too quiet. It may feel like you should be doing something more. But over time, the body begins to trust it. The body begins to say, this is not danger. This is rest. This is not emptiness. This is space. This is not weakness. This is healing. You are teaching yourself that peace can be normal. Softness can be normal. Breathing can be normal. In hard moments, use very simple words. Say, breathe first. Say, soften first. Say, one moment at a time. Say, I am here now. Say, I can meet this with love. Do not use too many words when the body is afraid. Keep it simple. Fear can make the mind tired. Simple words can reach the heart more easily. Let the words be like a hand reaching into the storm and guiding you back to your own center. The practice is returning. Returning in the morning. Returning during fear. Returning at night. Returning after you forget. Returning after you react. Returning after you cry. Returning after the old pattern speaks. Every return matters. Every return teaches the body that you are not abandoning yourself. Every return tells survival mode, thank you, but I am learning another way. Every return tells life, I am willing to receive peace again. Let healing be gentle enough that your body can trust it. Do not force yourself to change everything at once. Choose one breath, one pause, one kind sentence, one softer morning, one calmer night, one moment where you do not let fear decide. These small choices are not small inside the soul. They are building a new way of living. They are teaching your body that the old danger is not the only story. They are teaching your heart that peace is allowed here. You may begin to notice small signs that you are leaving survival mode. They may be quiet signs. They may not look powerful at first, but they are. You may pause before reacting. You may breathe before answering. You may feel tired and choose rest instead of pushing harder. You may notice that you do not want to chase what feels heavy anymore. You may begin to feel that peace matters more than proving yourself. These are signs that something inside you is changing. One sign is that you begin to feel your body again. For a long time, survival mode may have kept you living in your mind, thinking, planning, remembering, preparing. But as you heal, you may notice your shoulders, your breath, your heartbeat, your need for water, your need for rest, your need for quiet. This is not a step backward. This is your body coming back into the conversation. It is saying, I am here too. Please listen to me with love. Another sign is that you may cry more easily. Do not be afraid of this. Tears can come when the body finally feels safe enough to release what it has carried. Tears can come when the heart no longer wants to stay hard. Tears can come when love reaches a place that has been closed for a long time. Crying does not mean you are weak. It does not mean you are falling apart. Sometimes crying means the frozen places are beginning to melt. You may also begin to need more rest. This can surprise you. You may think, why am I so tired now? I kept going for so long. But when the body begins to feel safe, it may finally show you how tired it has been. It may ask for slower days. It may ask for deeper sleep. It may ask for less noise. Listen with kindness. Your body is not trying to stop your life. It is trying to heal enough to live it fully. You may notice that old things no longer feel right. Old habits, old conversations, old ways of proving yourself, old ways of ignoring your needs. You may not be angry. You may simply feel done. Done with rushing into fear. Done with giving your energy where it is not honored. Done with making yourself small to keep peace outside while losing peace inside. This is a sign of growth. Your soul is learning the difference between familiar and healthy. You may begin to enjoy silence. At first, silence may have felt uncomfortable because survival mode needed noise. Noise gave the mind something to hold. But as peace grows, silence can become gentle. Silence can become a place where the heart speaks. Silence can become a place where breath feels deeper. Silence can become a place where you no longer feel the need to run from yourself. When silence begins to feel safe, healing is happening. You may notice that you do not want to explain yourself as much. Survival mode often explains, defends, and proves. It tries to make everyone understand so it can feel safe. But healing teaches you that your peace does not always need permission. Your boundaries do not need a long speech to be real. Your rest does not need to be defended. Your feelings do not need to be approved by everyone. This does not make you cold. It means you are learning to stay rooted in yourself. You may begin to trust your own no. This is a beautiful sign. A gentle no can mean, I am listening to my body. A gentle no can mean, I am protecting my peace. A gentle no can mean, I no longer abandon myself to be accepted. And you may also begin to trust your yes. A yes to rest, a yes to love, a yes to help, a yes to receiving good without looking for the hidden danger. These small yes and no moments are part of your return. You may stop chasing, not because you do not care, but because you are tired of running after what makes you feel unsafe. You may stop chasing people who make you question your worth. You may stop chasing answers before they are ready. You may stop chasing a future that is built on panic. You may begin to say, what is meant for my peace will not require me to destroy myself. What is truly for me will meet me in a way that honors my soul. You may become more honest with yourself. Survival mode often says, I am fine, because it does not feel safe to admit the truth. Healing says, I am tired. I need rest. This hurts. I want peace. I need support. I want to live differently. Honesty is not weakness. Honesty is a door. When you tell the truth kindly, you stop hiding from yourself. You begin to meet your own heart. And when the heart feels seen, it begins to soften. You may notice that your reactions become slower. Something happens, and instead of answering from fear right away, you pause. That pause is powerful. It means the old pattern no longer controls every movement. It means a new space has opened inside you. In that space, you can choose. You can ask, what is true here? What does my body need? What would peace do now? The pause may last only 1 second, but that 1 second can change everything. You may begin to feel peace in small moments, not all day, not perfectly, but in pieces. A soft breath in the morning, a quiet moment before sleep, a small feeling of relief after saying no. A gentle smile for no reason. A moment where the body feels less tight. Do not dismiss these moments because they are small. Small peace is still peace. Small healing is still healing. Small light is still light. These moments are signs that your inner world is learning safety. You may become more sensitive for a while. This does not mean you are getting worse. When the body leaves survival mode, it may begin to feel what it did not have space to feel before. You may notice what drains you. You may notice what feels too loud. You may notice when something does not feel loving. This sensitivity can be a gift when you meet it with care. It helps you choose what supports your peace. It helps you stop ignoring your own truth. You may begin to forgive yourself. Slowly, gently, you may stop blaming yourself for how you survived. You may stop judging the choices you made when you did not know another way. You may begin to understand that you were doing your best with the safety you had at the time. This forgiveness is deep. It allows the heart to stop carrying shame. It allows the body to stop holding old tension. It allows the soul to say, I can begin again without hating who I had to be. You may also feel grief. Grief for the years spent in fear. Grief for the softness you had to hide. Grief for the rest you did not receive. Grief for the version of you who had to be strong too soon. Let this grief be held with love. Do not turn it into regret. Let it become tenderness. Let it become a promise that from now on you will meet yourself more gently. Let it become proof that your heart is opening again. You may begin to want a simpler life. Not a smaller life, but a clearer one. A life with more peace, more truth, more breath, more space for what matters. Survival mode often fills life with pressure because pressure feels familiar. Healing begins to ask, what truly supports me? What truly matters? What can I release? What can become softer? These questions are signs of wisdom. They are signs that your soul is no longer willing to live only in noise. You may feel called to slow down, even if your old self wants to rush. Listen to that call. Slowing down does not mean giving up. It means you are learning to move with awareness. You are learning to stop running from your own body. You are learning to choose from peace instead of panic. You are learning that your worth is not measured by speed. A slower life can still be a powerful life. A softer life can still be a meaningful life. You may notice that you begin to trust small joys, a warm drink, a quiet song, a clean room, a peaceful walk, a kind message, a deep breath. These may not seem big, but they matter. Survival mode waits for life to become fully safe before it allows joy. Healing lets joy enter in small ways, even while life is still unfolding. Joy does not need everything to be perfect. Joy only needs a little opening in the heart. You may begin to feel that you are no longer the same person. Not because you have become someone else, but because you are returning to yourself. The fear may still be there sometimes, but it does not feel like your whole identity. The worry may still speak, but it does not sound like the only truth. The body may still tighten, but now you know how to listen. This is change. This is growth. This is the beginning of a life where peace is no longer a stranger. Do not rush these signs. Do not check yourself every day to see if you are healed enough. Let healing unfold naturally. Some days will feel soft. Some days will feel hard. Some days, survival mode may return with a loud voice. That does not mean you failed. It means a part of you still needs love. Meet that part gently. Say, I know you are scared. I know you remember, but we are learning. We are breathing. We are not going back to the old life in the same way. The greatest sign that you are leaving survival mode is not that fear never appears. It is that you no longer believe fear is the only guide. You begin to listen for peace too. You begin to listen for the body. You begin to listen for the quiet wisdom in your heart. You begin to trust that your life can be led by something softer than panic. This is a sacred shift. This is the soul learning to breathe again. Life is breathing with you now, not against you, not away from you, with you. In every inhale, there is a quiet invitation to receive. In every exhale, there is a quiet invitation to release. You are not being asked to become perfect. You are not being asked to forget your past. You are not being asked to force peace before your body is ready. You are only being invited to breathe again. Slowly, gently, honestly, one moment at a time. You are not behind. Let that truth settle into your heart. You are not behind because healing has taken time. You are not behind because you still have hard days. You are not behind because your body still remembers fear. You are not behind because rest feels new. You are not behind because trust is still growing. You are not behind. You are learning. You are returning. You are leaving survival mode at the pace your soul can hold. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are not too late. You are not weak because you are tired. You are not failing because peace still feels unfamiliar. You are not wrong for needing softness. You are not wrong for needing time. You are not wrong for wanting a life that feels safer in your own body. You are human. You are healing. You are becoming more honest with yourself. And that honesty is a beautiful beginning. There is a softer way to live. A way where you do not wake up and give your first breath to fear. A way where you do not make your body carry every future problem. A way where you do not treat rest like something you must earn. A way where you can move through life with more trust, more care, more patience, and more love for yourself. This softer way does not mean life will never be hard. It means you will no longer meet every hard thing by abandoning yourself. Each breath can be a new beginning, not a loud beginning, not a perfect beginning, a quiet one. A breath that says, I can start again right here. A breath that says, I can choose peace in this moment. A breath that says, the old fear may be here, but it does not own me. a breath that says, I am still alive, still learning, still opening, still guided. Never underestimate one honest breath. It can be the doorway back to your whole life. Let your body feel safe slowly. Do not demand trust from it. Offer trust to it. Do not demand calm from it. Offer calm to it. Do not demand peace from it. Offer peace to it. The body has carried old messages for a long time. Give it new messages with patience. Say, I am here. Say, I am listening. Say, I will not shame you for being tired. Say, I will not hate you for being afraid. Say, we are learning safety together now. The old pattern is losing power every time you breathe with awareness. Every time you pause before reacting. Every time you choose rest without guilt. Every time you speak to yourself with kindness. Every time you notice fear without becoming fear. Every time you come back to the present moment, the old pattern loosens. It may still be there, but it is not as strong as your willingness to heal. It is not stronger than the light within you. It is not stronger than love. You can trust the small steps. You can trust the slow breath. You can trust the quiet pause. You can trust the gentle no. You can trust the honest tear. You can trust the night when you finally let yourself rest. You can trust the morning when you choose not to rush into worry. These small steps are carrying you into a new life. You may not see the full change yet, but something is shifting. Something is softening. Something is opening. Life is teaching you a new rhythm, not the rhythm of panic, not the rhythm of pressure, not the rhythm of always waiting for something to go wrong. Life is teaching you the rhythm of breath. Inhale and receive. Exhale and release. Inhale and return. Exhale and soften. This rhythm is simple, but it is sacred. It reminds you that you do not have to force your way into peace. You can breathe your way back to it. You are safe to receive peace. Even if peace feels new, even if your mind questions it, even if your body does not relax all at once, you are safe to receive one small moment of peace today. You are safe to let one breath be softer. You are safe to let one thought be kinder. You are safe to let one part of your heart open. Peace does not need to enter all at once. Let it enter like morning light, slowly filling the room. There is nothing to prove in this moment. You do not have to prove that you are healed. You do not have to prove that you are strong. You do not have to prove that you deserve love. You do not have to prove that you are worthy of rest. Your worth was never waiting for proof. Your worth has been with you through every season. Even when you were afraid, even when you were tired, even when you forgot how to breathe deeply, you were still worthy. Your heart can trust again, but it may need time. Let it have time. Let it open slowly. Let it test the air. Let it feel what safety is like in small amounts. Do not rush it. A heart that has protected itself deserves patience. A heart that has been through pain deserves gentleness. A heart that is learning to breathe again deserves love. Speak to your heart like this. I will not force you. I will not shame you. I will walk with you. We will heal together. You are coming home to yourself. That is what this has been about. Not becoming someone new by rejecting who you were. Not leaving the past by hating the version of you who survived it. You are coming home by gathering all parts of yourself with love. The strong part, the scared part, the tired part, the hopeful part, the part that wants to trust again, the part that is still unsure. All of you is welcome in this healing. All of you can breathe here. There is peace beneath everything. Beneath the worry, peace is waiting. Beneath the fear, peace is waiting. Beneath the need to control, peace is waiting. Beneath the old pain, peace is waiting. It may be covered, but it is not gone. You do not have to create peace from nothing. You are uncovering it. You are remembering it. You are returning to the place inside you that life could touch, but never destroy. That place still exists. That place is breathing with you now. Let there be one final softening now. Soften the face, soften the shoulders, soften the chest, soften the hands, soften the heart as much as it is ready to soften. Do not force anything. Just allow what is willing. Let the body know that it does not have to protect itself from this moment. Let the breath know it is welcome. Let the heart know it is safe enough to rest. Let your whole being hear the words, I am safe to breathe again. Say gently, I am safe to breathe again. I am safe to rest. I am safe to receive peace. I am safe to leave survival mode with love. I am safe to stop fighting myself. I am safe to trust one breath at a time. Let these words become soft roots inside you. Let them hold you when fear rises. Let them guide you when the old pattern returns. Let them remind you that healing does not have to be harsh. Healing can be tender. Healing can be slow. Healing can be kind. As this moment settles, remember this simple truth. You are not the same person who first entered survival mode. You have grown. You have learned. You have carried what you had to carry. You have made it through days you once did not know how to face. And now, something inside you is ready for a softer way. Not because the past did not matter, but because your future matters too. Not because fear was wrong for trying to protect you, but because love is ready to guide you now. You can let the old fight end slowly. You do not have to fight your body. You do not have to fight your heart. You do not have to fight every feeling that comes up. You can listen. You can breathe. You can say, I understand why this fear is here, and I choose to meet it with love. You can say, I no longer need to live as if danger is the only truth. You can say, I am willing to let peace become familiar. You can say, I am willing to be kind to myself while I learn. There is life beyond survival mode. There is a life where your breath is not always tight. There is a life where rest does not feel like guilt. There is a life where love does not always feel like danger. There is a life where silence becomes gentle. There is a life where your body feels less like a place you escape from and more like a home you return to. This life may come slowly, but it is real. Each breath of peace is part of it. Each soft choice is part of it. Each moment of self-kindness is part of it. Trust the gentle beginning. Do not look for a huge sign that everything has changed. Look for the small signs. The breath that comes easy, the moment you choose rest, the thought that becomes kinder, the fear that does not control you as quickly as before, the quiet feeling that maybe, just maybe, you are safe to live differently now. These are sacred signs. They are not small. They are the first lights of a new morning inside you. Your breath is coming back to you. Your softness is coming back to you. Your peace is coming back to you. Your ability to receive good is coming back to you. Not all at once and not by force, but gently, in the way real healing often comes. A little today, a little tomorrow, a little more each time you choose not to abandon yourself, a little more each time you remember that survival mode was a season, not your whole identity. Let this be the blessing you carry forward. May your body learn that calm is safe. May your heart learn that love can be gentle. May your mind learn that it does not have to solve everything at once. May your breath become full again. May your days become softer. May your nights become quieter. May you stop calling tension normal. May you stop treating rest like something you must earn. May you remember again and again that you are allowed to live, not only survive. And now speak these last words to your own heart. I am safe to breathe again. I am safe to rest. I am safe to soften. I am safe to receive. I am safe to trust life one moment at a time. I honor the part of me that survived, and I welcome the part of me that is ready to live. I do not have to rush. I do not have to force. I do not have to carry everything alone. Life is teaching me how to breathe again, and I am listening with love